Hi there and welcome to Jay's Toy Collection UK for more action figure breaking news. Before we get into it, of course, if you can hit that like button on the video, leave your thoughts in the comments below, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and of course tickle that notification bell. And if you would like to go one step further in supporting the channel, then you can join the channel membership. Hashtag flip open the flap or the wedding fund. But happy weekend, everybody. It is Saturday morning here in the UK as I film this video. And we're getting back to a line that I absolutely love. If you've seen the channel before, you will know that this line is the line I've collected longer than any other line. We are talking, of course, about wrestling figures, and now we are talking about Mattel. But, of course, I'm getting back, as I say, to my passion, which is wrestling figures. So I've spent the last couple of days since Ringside Fest going through the toy room, expanding the wrestling display. So let's jump over here to the Ringside Collectibles Instagram page then, because a couple of days ago they did the Ringside Fest 2024 live stream. So we had Bill, we had Steve, and we had Magicon from the Mattel WWE team talking through all the upcoming releases into 2025. And there was a lot, wasn't there? So if you've seen the coverage of this, you know there is a lot to get through. So we're gonna try and whiz through the best I can through these images. But a lot of these figures I am going to be wanting. So they started off talking to Bron Breakker and of course Liv Morgan. And Liv Morgan was the first to be revealed. Lots of render reveals and a few sort of webcam images to go through. So in her new Dirty Dom Mysterio attire then, Elite 119, Elite 119, Liv Morgan. So she is, of course, the current Women's World Champion, and she will be getting an updated Elite figure. In the comments below, let me know what figures you are most excited for from the reveals, because there were some really good ones. What figures you're picking up. Leave all your thoughts, of course, as I say, in the comments below. And talking of Dirty Dom, oh, what a mustache that fella has. What a mustache on Dominic Mysterio. I don't like him in the ring, but he makes me laugh. He does make me laugh, so I'm quite into the dirty Dominic Mysterio character. He's got the full-on Eddie Guerrero mullet. He's got the mustache. He's got the tassels now. It's a fantastic outfit, so I'll definitely be in. Again, same series as Liv Morgan, so this will be Elite 119 for Dominic Mysterio. So he'll be coming soon. And the other guest, of course, was the Intercontinental Champion, Bron Breakker. And I believe this is the attire, again, I think a tribute to Scott Steiner. I think potentially this outfit, tribute to, or his uncle, of course, Scott, or his father, Rick. Could be any of those. I think this tribute attire he wore, I think this was the night he won the Intercontinental Championship for the first time. New head sculpt as well on Bron Breakker, we will see there. So again, he's coming in Elite 119. And I think they did say he will be coming with the Intercontinental title. I do like the fact that they've just upgraded the belt, just to add that little bit of blue back into the Intercontinental title. So I don't think he'll probably come with that version. He'll probably come with the solid gold version. But he is coming soon. So there's a load of basics, or as they call them now, main events. They've slightly changed the articulation scheme. So if you're new to the WWE line, the Elites have the main articulation. These are the basic figures, more for kids, but they have added sort of a ball joints at the hips there. So there's Randy Orton, but we will skip through most of the main event because I don't really collect them. I mean, it's an attire I really, really need, and one coming up will be. So there's Jake the Snake Roberts, no snake, and again, not a lot of articulation there. This one's a weird one. That is literally an Elite 1 it's an Elite 1 CM Punk head sculpt on a basic CM Punk. So very strange. That's like, what, nearly 14 years old? I think that head sculpt, there we are. So we have Kiana James as well, then Chase variant in the green, and she is coming, I think, standard version in the gold and blue. And then we get into the webcam coverage. So if Mattel could upgrade their webcam software, that would be very helpful, because we've got a lot of blurry images to go through. So we have a lovely shot of Steve O's head there, but we do have Andrade then for main event 155. So it's the first time back in the line, I believe, since he has re-signed from AEW. Gotta keep that hydration up here on a Saturday morning. Lots to talk about. There's LA Knight, again in the main event line. We'll just fly through. But here is the one figure I do want from the main event line. So this, of course, is Sid Justice at the time. Okay, the late great Sid, of course. And this is his 1992 Royal Rumble attire. where he eliminated Hulk Hogan, of course, wearing this. And they have done this figure before in the basic line back in the day. I do have that version, but the blue on it has completely faded. So I'm glad we get an updated version with the better leg articulation. At least I just wish this was an elite figure. So hopefully one day we get this exact attire in elite form. But for now, we are getting it only in basic form, or main event, as we now say. So Lyra Valkyria there, standard and chase. Again, I do like her entrance gear, so you're not going to get her entrance gear with this. So I'd rather this would have been an elite rather than a main event series. But I might still pick one up. But I would prefer that to be, as I say, elite. And then we have Jey Uso there. No Yeet, of course, on that one. That was Jimmy, not even Jay. Who knows what I'm talking about? Let's get past the main events. Let's get back into the elites then. So top picks for 2025. I think it's at the Raw Anniversary Stone Cold. So a more modern Stone Cold, just in his... You do get the cooler, so I kind of want it for the cooler. Not too into the figure otherwise, but wouldn't mind having the cooler in the collection. So there's Austin. And here is a modern CM Punk then. So this is the all-black attire. So that's the Madison Square Garden house show attire where he fought Dominic Mysterio. So his technical first match back in WWE. Hell of a head sculpt though. I like the fading on the back of the haircut as well. So I'm a CM Punk completionist, kind of, when it comes to his elite, so I might pick this one up. That's one I could potentially pass on if I was looking to not buy every single figure from the wave. But, yeah, maybe? I don't know. Again, thoughts, comments below. Let me know what you think. Of course, purely a wrestling today. So if you've not seen the channel before, it's not just wrestling I cover. I collect pretty much every single toy line going, but I do love my wrestling, and we are going to really, as I say, expand the wrestling in 2025 within the toy room. But we have Logan Paul there. Now, this figure, this sort of yellow version of Logan Paul, did have the Ultimate Edition treatment, and I did not buy it. That was a mistake, because that figure went for over £200 on eBay. But hopefully this will bring the price of that down, because here is an elite version of Logan Paul in his sort of I'm going to say classic now. Oh my God, classic Logan Paul in his classic yellow and black attire then for Logan Paul. And he always sells, doesn't he? He always sells, so that'll be a good seller. Back to the Shady Webcam, but this time it's Bill McKenna on the Shady Webcam coverage here, ladies and gentlemen. And we have Alexis King then, so the son of Brian Pillman in his NXT attire, because they've signed him, of course, from AEW, so it's definitely a figure I'll be looking to pick up, because I am starting a new NXT display. I've just bought myself a little ring to start that NXT display with, so Alexis King will definitely be going in there. Randy Orton then updated for Elite 116 with the buff torso. Daddy's back, of course, as Randy made his recent return, and he put on a lot of muscle. So they've definitely bulked him up in the torso. So this might be another one I might need to add, because we do have something different for a Randy Orton figure, which is good to see. Talking Lexus King, here is his father, the aforementioned Brian Pillman, the late Brian Pillman, in his WCW sort of early 90s Hollywood Blondes attire. And again, I have now started a WCW 1992 section in the toy room, so this is another one I will have to be picking up as well next year when it comes out in Elite 116. So, of course, he was tag teaming at the time with stunning Steve Austin before he was Stone Cold. So you can complete your Hollywood Blondes in elite form. So definitely a must-buy for me. And then talking buff, the buff torso used again in Elite 116, and this time it is on the phenomenal AJ Styles, of course. Just when he came back earlier this year, he put on some muscle as well. Must have been a thing over the festive season of 23. Everybody returned looking rather buff in 24. So AJ in his return attire with the sort of black jeans on those, so not the ring gear. This is his sort of SmackDown return attire. So probably one I can pass on, I would hope. And Kevin Owens is up next. KO himself with the KO Mania 7 shirt there underneath. So you've got the cloth goods with the blue tape style shirt. And then you've got the KO Mania 7 from his match at WrestleMania last year with Randy Orton and Logan Paul. I do like the shirt. Probably don't need another Kevin Owens, but I do like the shirt, so we'll see. One I definitely will be picking up, though, is Jade Cargill herself. Her first time in the line in the WWE Elite form. Again, another one signing from AEW. I think that's the third time I've said that in this video. So WWE definitely making some headways in AEW signings over the last year or so. So again, this is the best image we have at the moment. So I'd like to see sort of what the muscle definition looks like on Jade Cargill, because she certainly is a woman of muscle. But yeah, definitely would like to pick that figure up. I think she's going to look great in the collection. Here is Roman Reigns. I think it's the WrestleMania promo look, so can probably pass on that. Roman Reigns in the hoodie, but he does have a new head sculpt. Now here's one I'll be picking up just for the belt. It is Grayson Waller. I passed on the previous Grayson Waller. Glad I did, because I don't really like Grayson Waller. But I do want the new WWE Tag Team title belt, because I love that design. It's a throwback to the sort of 1990s design of the title. I really, really do like that belt. So going to have to pick him up. And assuming there'll be an Austin Theory to come at some point to join him with the other tag team title. WrestleMania again last year, so now we have the Night 2 version, I do believe, of Seth Rollins from the Drew McIntyre match, and he does have the sort of electrical tape on the back, so I think that does look really cool. So this is one I will be picking up, because I did really enjoy WrestleMania this year, so 100% in for this Seth Rollins. Do like the tape, like the ring gear. It's going to be a fun one to set up in the ring. As you see, we're trying to get a pace on here, because there is just so many. So here is Axiom then from NXT. Does come with an NXT Tag Team title, which is helpful to me, because I seem to have lost my second belt. So I'll be picking one of him up, regular or Chase. Kind of prefer the pink Chase version if I could choose. Here is a great looking figure. Some really, really good stuff, I must say. Mattel have impressed me with these Ringside Fest reveals, because here is Naomi again from her return. This time a return from TNA, so not a return from AEW. So Naomi, and she does have her name printed in her hair, which is accurate to the time, and a hell of a soft goods entrance jacket for an elite figure. You'd almost be thinking Ultimate Edition for that sort of style of soft goods. So definitely going to be after anything. I'm going to have a very expensive year in 25 for wrestling figures. So anyone hears me mention Mythic Legion's dragon, no dragons. We're not going to get a dragon. We're going to focus on the wrestling. And oh, hey, Mummy's here. Mummy is here. We are all happy. So here is the Elimination Chamber from Australia last year version of Rhea Ripley with the Australian leather jacket and the sort of fading makeup that she had dripping down her face. Rhea Ripley dripping down her face. My goodness. It is filthy here on a Saturday morning at Jay's Toy Collection UK. And oh yes, oh, I'm buying this. Do not fear. I am buying this. There's also an Ultimate Rhea with the ring they did show. Shout out to Hill Phones. It reminded me do actually need to order that ring, and that's going to be another expense to add. Not sure if the ring is in the sideshow, but we will find out as we go through. But this is a fantastic looking Rhea Ripley figure, front and centre of the collection for me. So going to be hunting this down. It's Elite 117. Now here are some early prototypes then of the new Solo Sokoa version of the Bloodline. Mattel are rushing these through, they said, to try and get them out. So there is Solo Sokoa. Of course, was printed in any old plastic that they had lying around at the factory. So we will obviously see this probably at WrestleMania, maybe the next time they actually do an event. I would assume it'd be sort of WrestleMania time as well. So here's Jacob Fatu, who they've really rushed because he's only been in the company for 6 months or so, an absolute push. So they are definitely rushing him through. Looks a bit thin in the legs and the arms, but we'll see as we go on. Another prototype is Nia Jax then with her Queen of the Ring crown. And again, Queen of the Ring wasn't that long ago, so they're definitely making a bit of a rush on some of these figures to try and get her through as well. But I think I need her to sort of go against Rhea Ripley, I think, as well, in the toy display. So one I'll be wanting is Nia Jax. Tama Tonga Loa. Again, they're in prototype. You can't really see them apart from bright colours, but trust me, they're coming in Elite 118. And back to renders and Elite 119. They've so many series they've been showing here. So here is Ethan Page then, and another one that's signed from AEW. Now have I gone 5-time Booker T here? The time I've said that in this video. So Ethan Page standard and Chase version available. There's the other version of Chase. I think you've got his debut attire and his NXT title winning attire with the coloured version of the NXT title. Of course, that might be the last time we see that because they've gone to new belts now in NXT. So hopefully we will get those in the future. And with like 4 versions now of the NXT World title out there, I thought it was time to get the NXT display going. So Ethan Page, a toy collector himself, so shout out Ethan Page coming to the line. So Cody Rhodes, if you want him a suit, here's your second chance. And your third, because there's a chase as well. I think the brown's the regular and the pink's the chase. This is when he came out on SmackDown, I believe, showing, was it in Madison Square Garden? I think it was. And of course, he's got the WWF version of the title, the sort of superstar Billy Graham, Bob Backlund era of the title. Of course, the title that Dusty held, but didn't officially held because he had to give it up because he either won it on a countout or disqualification, didn't he? I do believe way back in the late 70s. So tribute to his father with that version of the belt. The second time we're seeing that because that recently came in the 4-pack, like the Legends 4-pack on Mattel Creations. Lola Vice of NXT is coming. Can admit something here. Never actually once seen a Lola Vice match, so I am trying to rapidly go through sort of backtracking the last year of NXT on the WWE network, which apparently comes to an end on the 1st of January. They've officially announced everything WWE in the UK is moving to Netflix. Fingers crossed. I'm hoping all the classic content moves over because I do like watching classic WCW pay-per-views and things, so hopefully everything moves with it. But Lola Vice is coming, so I do need to get some of her matches. And now we're getting the stuff that really got me going here. It is the SummerSlam 2025 Elite Wave, and it is the Build-A-Figure. It is the Build-A-Figure William Regal with 2 looks. Your sort of Attitude Era Commissioner Regal, and then your modern NXT sort of General Manager version of William Regal as well. So kind of going to need 2 of these Build-A-Figures. I'll have to see what we can do on that because I will definitely want to display both versions of this William Regal figure. There's a couple in the wave I'm not too excited for. So here is Charlotte Flair, SummerSlam 23. Who did she fight there? Asuka and Bianca Belair off the top of my head in triple threat match. I think that is what that attire is. But hallelujah, here we go. SummerSlam 2002, Shawn Michaels. One of my most anticipated figures ever. Not an understatement. I have wanted this figure literally since 2002. We're 22 years. Oh my God, I'm old. My goodness, 22 years ago. Am I doing that? Is 22 years. Oh my God, we're having a literal revelation in the video here. The Bible verse, I don't think is going to be printed on there. Talking Revelations. My goodness. Yes, finally. I'm so old. Here is Shawn Michaels from his comeback match against Triple H, SummerSlam 2002. What a match. If not my favourite match ever, probably my second favourite match ever. Absolutely love it. If you've never seen SummerSlam 2002, Street Fight, Shawn Michaels versus Triple H, go and watch it because it's absolutely fantastic. So finally, we have that attire. And Mattel, they did something right here. They gave us the exact Triple H to go with it. This is SummerSlam 2002 Triple H from the exact same match with the Iron Cross tights on. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Could not be happier with this release at all. And then there's a Roman Reigns. There's a Roman Reigns to complete the Build-A-Figure, so let's buy another Roman Reigns to get the Build-A-Figure piece I need. But oh well, at least he's got a new head sculpt with a bit of a tapered beard, so that's a bonus. But yes, there's 2002 stuff. Very exciting. Let's get some Ultimate Editions. We've had Elites, we've had Basics. We've not even covered the Ultimates. My goodness. So here's Finn Balor. This will have a chase then. So this is Ultimate Edition 24, which I think is the next set that's due, I do believe. So you've got the white attire. There is the black attire is the chase. I don't know if it's in these image galleries at all. It's not in that one. There, it's a separate image. There you are. So there is the black tights version, which is the chase variant. Now, Smiths are stocking the Ultimate Editions in the UK again. So if these sell well, hopefully they will continue to stock them. So here is Solo Sikoa then. This is one I'll be after, I think, in the Ultimate line, because when he got the red tights version, or red trunks version, red pants, what do we call those? Shorts, probably the word I was actually looking for. So the red shorts version, like Survivor Series version I don't have the black shorts version. So I will be going for this one in the Ultimate Solo Sikoa. Do like the soft goods hoodie and everything on there. And the late Bray Wyatt, his last match we're getting the figure. Of course, they did pull it when he tragically passed away, but they've now brought it back with upgrades. It now will glow under a black light. So his match from the Royal Rumble against LA Knight in the pitch black lights out match. So stick a black light on that, which I have got from one of my McFarlane DC Multiverse figures, and he should glow very nicely indeed. So he'll be one I'm after. And now my excitement ramps up for the next series again. Ultimates 25, The Great Muta. Now, Bill McKenna is a massive Great Muta fan, so of course there's a chase. He's very excited. You've got the green mist, so the black and white version is your chase, and your red and black is your standard version. I'm going to have to, hopefully Smith gets both of these in, because this is sort of NWA WCW 1989 style here. Matches against Sting and stuff that were just fantastic. Oh, I hope they don't get deleted off the network. So here is the Great Muta, finally in figure form. We've waited over 30 years for this. My goodness. Yes. Exciting. And the final boss, WrestleMania last year's version. Oh, this year, I suppose, we're still technically in 2024. WrestleMania 40, The Rock, with the People's Championship given to him by the widow of Muhammad Ali. You've got the full soft goods. You've got the all the tattoos and that massive. I think Bill said on the stream that was the biggest belt they'd actually sculpted within the line itself. So, yeah, definitely in for that one. We're over 20 minutes in. They went nearly 2 hours in this live stream, by the way. So I'm not as long as they took to go through it. But yeah. Here's another one. So this is a Mattel crossover. You may recognise it from Masters of the Universe, because that is Skeletor cosplay Damien Priest. So that is Damien Priest's Senior Money in the Bank briefcase. And of course, the figure's from Mattel, so they've got no licensing problem. They can do the full Skeletor outfit that he wore in ultimate form. And again, looks fantastic. So another one. I've been waiting. I haven't bought any Damien Priest so far, because they announced this early in the year, and I thought that's the one I want. So I've tried to hold off and not buy any more. Who we got next? Previews. Ultimates 26. It's going to be the Yeet version of Jey Uso. You've got your Yeet sunglasses. It will have Yeet soft goods shirt, they said. So I've not bought any Yeet versions of Jey Uso so far, so I suppose this might be my first Yeet, as they say. What does Yeet mean, people? I have no idea. And there's Jimmy as well, so Jimmy's going to go with Jey. I don't think Jimmy will sell as well as Jey, but who will sell? It's meme-faced Drew McIntyre. Look at this thing. So this is his WrestleMania outfit against Seth Rollins that we saw earlier in the Elite line. We're going to get an ultimate version of Drew McIntyre to go with him. And yes, 100% I'm buying this, because Drew McIntyre, what a fantastic start that was. You had Damien Priest, you had Drew McIntyre, Seth Rollins, CM Punk. It was all happening on night 2 of WrestleMania. What a night it was. It was also Toy Fair that weekend, so some great memories of WrestleMania this year. So 100% in for smiling face Drew McIntyre. So cannot wait for that one. And the ring is there, so we are going to see the ring then. So the ringside exclusive ring. I do believe it's up on the whole shebang here in the UK. I really do need to get and order this. I think it's due February of next year. So it's your full sort of 21-inch ring in your elite scale, but it will come with the Ultimate Rhea Ripley. So the Ultimate Edition Rhea Ripley is exclusive to this, which I know some people will not be happy about, because she's quite a desired figure there. You've got the referee John Cone, you've got the current Survivor Series Build-A-Figure general manager Adam Pearce, and Rhea Ripley there. You've got a couple of soft goods ring aprons, you've got a couple of plastic ones to represent the LED board. There's the Judgment Day in the ring. So yeah, this is going to be quite a fun one. Double tables. Dom's going through a double table there. Various jumping off system. Good toy photography here. I'm enjoying that. So that is coming later, we'll say early next year. You want to get some retro figures. We've got retro figures, so we've got a Bloodline pack of retros. Don't really collect the retro, so we'll fly through. Have we still got more? How have we still got more? The Ultimate Warrior then. So this is the From the Vault. I think this is the last series that we're going to be discussing. So it's WrestleMania 6. Shout out Hill Phones. I know he's going to be a fan of this one. Post-match Ultimate Warrior, so the chest paint is completely gone from the match against Hulk Hogan. You do get the actual painted face. I'm just looking out the corridor. Yeah, I do have... Okay. So the Ultimate Edition they've done of this does come with that head sculpt, just looking at it. But it does have the chest paint on. This is the unchecked... I thought I could pass on this, but I'm going to need this version as well, because it doesn't have the chest paint on. Right, okay, this one's going to be ordered then when they go up on the ring. So these will be Ringside Collectible exclusive from the Vault series, but they do ship to the UK. And if you buy enough of them, it's not too bad when it comes to postage. So there's Razor Ramon. I've already got that purple version. So from the Vault, if you don't know, it's bringing back harder to find figures. So I already have that version. I already luckily have this version of Cody Rhodes. So it's a torn pec when he did the Hell in a Cell match with a torn pec. This time you do get the coat, but you don't get the cowbell. That's the difference if you have that one. And Bray Wyatt, again, this is a much, much older Bray Wyatt figure, but you will get the rocking chair as well. So that's from the Vault Series 4. They showed Series 5 as well. So here's one I do not have, and he has had a lot of money on the aftermarket. So another one I will need to pick up. It is old Hornswoggle. Swoggle himself in his DX attire with the mini ladder. Fantastic fun little figure. They've already redone the Triple H and the Shawn Michaels. So I can just put this straight in the display with those. No problem at all. Looking forward to that one. Oh, here's a controversial one, but one I do want. So last year, they'd released this as a SummerSlam Build-A-Figure, and it was literally only a few months ago. And it's already getting re-released, so that's annoying, the fact that we've had to buy 4 figures to get this. And 4 figures I necessarily wouldn't have bought all 4 of them if I didn't need to build my referee, and then they go and re-release the referee in the From the Vault way within months. So that's a little annoying, but I could do with some more referees. And there is a Chase version that I really want, so hopefully Ringside make it easy enough to get the Chase version, because if they do sell it as a separate SKU or something, because how that's going to work, I'm not sure. But it's the sort of mid-2000s SmackDown version of a referee's shirt. So you've got the blue stripe with the SmackDown logo on it. So, yeah, I want that. That's going to look great in the old SmackDown ring. So, hopefully, I can see somebody's comment there, boo, give us Charles Robinson. I do agree, we do need a Charles Robinson, but I know the referees have slightly different contracts, but now John Cone is no longer a referee of WWE. I think that's how they've got him to do it. I'm assuming he's on some form of Legends deal. So, for the first time in the line, we're getting that SmackDown referee shirt, so in for that. Early Cena then, so sort of debut-ish Cena, but with the blonde prototype head from OVW. So John Cena was called Prototype when he was training in OVW. I do have that figure, but I don't have, of course, the blonde head sculpt, so that's new. So they're going to get me for a blonde head sculpt? Maybe. Ah, the Boogeyman, he's coming to get you, with the worms as well. Been talking too long, see? Boogeyman's finished me off. So, if I just said Boogeyman's finished me off on the internet, I think I have. Put that in the comments below. My goodness, that sounds filthy. So there's the Boogeyman. Yeah, re-release. I think I've got that version. I'll have to check, because they've had a few different face paints over the years, so not 100% sure I've actually got that version or not. That Series 6, why not have some Series 6 reveals from the Vault? So here's Mick Foley as Cactus Jack, so it looks like you're going to get soft goods then. So we've not had a WWE version of Cactus Jack with soft goods. We've had the WCW one, so yeah, gonna need that as well. How many figures am I buying next year? This is insane what they're showing. I don't need to buy this one though, but this will be popular because there is a Hall in Nash. There is Nash, and there is Hall. Excuse me when I cough to death. From the Vault Series 6, those are expensive figures on the aftermarket. Luckily, I do have them, so I don't need to buy them, but those are going to be very, very popular because those are very hard to find. And an unreleased version of Rob Van Dam, so an attire we've not had before, so definitely in for that one. And I think there's 2 more. This is it. So, defining moments, because they need another line as well. There's so many different sublines in WWE. I can understand that for a new collector, this can be very confusing, but they're all elite bodies, so they're all okay. But here we have the Judgment Day 2002, I think, off the top of my head, where he had his head shaved by Edge. So you've got the shaving mousse, you've got the wig he puts on after, and you've got the match head attire. So that's going to be a defining moment coming to Ringside in 2025. And 100% in for this. How old am I? I'm really discovering this on the stream because this feels like yesterday. And this again was 22 years ago. Kurt Angle was shaved by Edge. So Edge wore the white attire at the time. So if you don't have that white version of Edge, go and track that down because that goes with this figure. Luckily, I have purchased that one. And there's one more. Look at this. Finally, we are getting an ECW one night stand Paul Heyman He will come with the full leather jacket as well. New torso on Paul, ponytail, everything. This is fantastic. So there will be a wave of 4 coming in 2025, but they've only showed 2 so far. But again, most wanted figures ever. That's definitely up there. And then we're back to basics. No, we're not. There's one more. There is one more. How did I forget this one? CM Punk, Money in the Bank 2011. Ringside exclusive. It's already pre-ordered, so go and pre-order it if you haven't already, because this looks brilliant, and they have done exclusive packaging. So the Ultimate Edition packaging, now in blue form for the Chicago blue colours. Of course, you get the kissy face when he goes in the audience, wins the title, and leaves the company. What an evening it was. Money in the Bank 2011. They give you full packaging shots. Does look very, very nice indeed. And I think that is it. How long have we been talking for? 30 minutes? It's taken me 30 minutes just to recap this, ladies and gentlemen. But that was Ringside Fest 2025. Well, it's 24, but figures are 25. I don't even know what I'm saying at this point. Well, I hope you've enjoyed it. So do let me know in the comments, what are you picking up? Because I am going to be bankrupt, I think, in 2025. That is what I am taking from this Mattel Ringside Fest live stream. But I'm going to go get this video uploaded, and well, I've been Jay. This has been Jay's Toy Collection UK, and I will see you, of course, on the next one.